From the Collat School of Business on the campus of UAB in downtown Birmingham, it's Alabama Upstarts. Alabama Upstarts. Entrepreneurs, inventors, and startups. This is your chance to meet face-to-face with a real venture capitalist. Today's venture capital judges are president of Soldier One and past president of multiple companies for over the last 20 years, a mentor and strong supporter of startups in Alabama, Lisa Williams. Real estate property management, medical manufacturer, award-winning small businessman, Bill Turner. Alabama Upstarts is sponsored by Mid-South Bank, the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. Here's our host, Joy Morris.
Welcome to Alabama Upstarts. I'm your host, Joy Morris. And we've got a great show for you. But we've decided to switch some things around. Now we have an entrepreneur tournament that's called University Challenge. And what this is college students from Alabama, Auburn, UAB, Birmingham Southern, who are all competing for that overall grand prize of $5,000 and this beauty. And they want this. Now each week, the contestants that we have will win $1,000 each week. But the only way they're gonna win is through your vote. And how you vote is by looking for that QR code. So don't forget, vote for your favorites, and let's see how the overall winner comes out. Our next contestant on our University Challenge is 210 Diagnostics. Now let's take a look at behind the scenes of their business.
Hi, I'm Reva Kedia.
And my name is Tristan Reynolds, and we co-founded 210 Diagnostic Solutions.
Tristan and I are MBA students at the University of Alabama. I came to the university for my undergraduate in public health and minors in biology and the liberal arts. I've always been interested in healthcare administration, and things just work out sometimes.
Like Reva said, I'm also an MBA student here at the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. I got my undergraduate degree in biology. I've always been very, very interested in medicine and the healthcare field. Part of the reason why I came to the University of Alabama was my senior year of high school. I visited during the Iron Bowl, and just being in that stadium, hearing the crowd roar, hearing that elephant go every time we scored a first down, it was really unbelievable, and I haven't looked back ever since.
So Tristan and I first met during an MBA class. We were randomly assigned into a team project where we were to commercialize an NIH technology.
Yeah, I remember several late nights. We were up working. We created a business plan. We did some financial modeling and projections. We created a pitch that we were really, really proud of, and it paid off.
In March of 2021, we won this global competition to be first in line to commercialize this NIH technology. In April, we also placed in the University of Alabama's competition.
Yeah, and ever since April, we've been a company. We're really, really excited to represent the University of Alabama for Upstarts, and we're just really excited to help make healthcare better for everyone.
We'll be right back with more Alabama Upstarts. Welcome back to more Alabama Upstarts.
So I was sick most of my life growing up. When I was 16, I got struck with a lot of fatigue. I was so tired, I couldn't get out of bed. I was missing high school because I just couldn't stay awake in class. I was in and out of the doctor, they were running tests, my mom took off work. We just didn't know what was going on. For a long time, I would call the doctor trying to get answers, and they said, the lab results haven't come back yet. This period of waiting would cause a lot of anxiety and was really hard. And this is a problem in the current diagnostic testing industry. Tests are slow and inefficient. 5 weeks later, I was diagnosed with a common autoimmune thyroid disorder. And these problems aren't just in the patient side, it's also a problem on the providers. Hospitals spend money outsourcing tests to external laboratory facilities, and clinicians waste time calling patients back for follow-up. That's why Tristan and I, along with our two co-founders, Luke and Nick, started 210 Diagnostic Solutions to help people like me.
So our technology confers many different benefits than what's out there currently on the market. And the first of which is that our test is rapid. It can be done in just 3.5 minutes or 210 seconds, hence the name of our company. It can also be run at the point of care. So what this means is that it can be run by a nurse and be given to a patient at the doctor's office the same day they come in. So combining the rapid nature of our test and also its point of care feasibility means patients like Riva trying to get a diagnosis will leave the doctor's office that very same day with their results. Our test is also quantitative, which means that we can get the exact level of antibodies present in a patient's sample, and this opens up a wide variety of applications for our technology. We can monitor disease progression over time, and we can also evaluate treatment and how the patient's responding to their treatment if the test is given at different intervals of time. And this might sound too good to be true, but I can assure you it's not. But don't take my word for it. You can take the 10+ research publications that back our claims with real evidence. We can currently test for 27 diseases. Some of these are HIV, hepatitis C, Hashimoto's, celiac, and Lyme disease. But our patent covers 285 diseases, and with future research and development, we hope to expand our testing capabilities to all of those diseases.
We will be selling through a medical supplier to hospitals, clinics, urgent care centers, physician specialists, and anyone else who uses an antibody test. We've developed a wide network of providers in the Tuscaloosa and Birmingham area. And through customer discovery, we're learning more about their needs and how we can help. We've also made relationships with insurance providers to make sure our tests will be reimbursable. We will be manufacturing in-house. We have 3 people on our research and development team, and production will be overseen by a CLIA certified lab director.
Our current ask is for $300,000 for 10% of our company, and the majority of these funds will go toward prototyping our device, consistently validating a high-quality product, and then also preparation for our first clinical trial to get our device pushed through the FDA.
Imagine if we took the stress and time waiting out of the picture. Imagine how different life would be for 15 million people in the United States each year. Help us revolutionize diagnostics.
Now you mentioned, have you went to the FDA yet with your process?
No, we are still licensing the technology from the NIH. After we've received the technology, then we will be going through FDA clinical trials. We expect to receive FDA approval in about 3 years.
Yeah, and that being said, we are still preparing though. So we've been in contact with several clinical research organizations that would function as a consulting organization to help us navigate the process.
How does your testing work? What is it actually?
Sure. So basically, the patient will come in presenting with X symptoms. And based upon the symptoms that the patient's presenting with, the doctor will order one of our tests. And so what the doctor will do, they'll take a serum sample. It could be spit, it could be blood, really any type of sample. And what happens is we introduce you can think of antibodies and antigens as lock and key fits. So when a patient has a disease, they'll have antibodies for that disease. And so our test basically identifies those antibodies and emits visible light if there's a positive result.
So what advantage is this? I know the time factor is an advantage. Sure. Is there a cost advantage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so again, hospitals waste time outsourcing tests, so by doing it on point of care, they will save from that cost. The materials to make this test are also cheaper than the industry standard.
Who is your current competition out there? So
our test is most similar to a test called ELISA testing. This test, though, was invented in the 1970s, and it's outdated relative to our technology. This test is performed millions of times a year, and what a lot of new biotech companies are trying to do is they're trying to introduce a completely new technology, something that doesn't quite fit in the way the healthcare system is working currently. Because our test seeks to improve upon and eventually replace ELISA testing, our product will fit right in with how things are being run currently.
And how far along are you on your IP?
We've been negotiating the IP from the NIH for the last 4 months. We are negotiating an exclusive worldwide license, so it's a long process.
How long do you expect that'll be?
Another 6 months.
So going forward, any hospital would be this would be available in most, like your rural hospitals and stuff like that don't have any in-house labs?
That's correct. That's where our technology would be very applicable for a situation exactly like that.
And it does need to be stored at cold temperatures, but not negative 80-degree freezers or anything. So it will be applicable in rural settings.
Now, You gonna sell this to the hospital or to the doctor's office, or who you sell to?
We are still exploring our channels. Right now, we are moving forward as we're selling through a medical supplier. Most hospitals are more comfortable buying supplies through an existing supplier than buying from a new company.
Thank you very much.
Sounds real good.
Wish
Thank you very much.
Success.
Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
That was a great presentation. I mean, you guys seem like seasoned professionals. So how do you think you did?
I think we did pretty good. The judges were asking some great questions. We got some good feedback. But overall, this has just been a great experience, and I think we did pretty good.
I think this is going to be a revolutionary type product. I mean, it's amazing. So is there anybody you guys want to thank for this?
Yes, we have a great number of advisors who helped us get to this point. From BioAlabama to people at the University of Alabama, we couldn't have gotten here without them.
And then I also just want to give another shout out to our two co-founders who are off camera, Luke and Nick. They're great as well, and couldn't have done this without them. So,
Well, good luck to you guys.
thank you.
I have no doubts you'll do well.
Thank you.
Well, we'll be right back with the University Challenge.
We'll be right back with more contestants on Alabama Upstarts. Here's our host, Joy Morris.
Welcome back to Alabama Upstarts, the University Challenge. We've got another one coming up, Reboot Reforestation. That's the name of them. Remember, QR code is going to be on your screen. Let's take a look at what these guys do.
Hi, my name is Dalton Morris. I'm an environmental science major and also an MBA candidate here at UA. I am interested in 3D printing, drones, prosthetics, and I chose the University of Alabama because of the weather, the scholarships, and the people.
Hi, I'm Hunter Jacob. I'm a history major here at UA. My hobbies and interests include barefoot water skiing and 3D printing, and I came to the university because I wanted to get a taste of the southern hospitality of the area.
Hi, I'm Brian Jennis. I'm a mechanical engineering major here at UA. My hobbies and interests include skateboarding and playing guitar, and I choose UA because I've always loved growing up in the South, and I just really enjoyed the campus.
I chose to pursue environmental science because I want to make a difference with our planet.
I chose to be a history major because while I was taking other courses for physics, I always had history courses in the background, and I always despised my physics classes and loved my history classes, so it was a pretty easy decision.
Mechanical engineering as my major because I've always been a creative thinker and I just love tinkering with little trinkets around the house.
I'm the CEO, Chief Email Officer, and I'm responsible for communications, setting up meetings, general business strategy, and any other thing you might need.
I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Reboot Reforestation. I'm in charge of day-to-day operations and machine maintenance.
I'm the Chief Technical Officer for Reboot Reforestation, and my responsibilities include designing drone components, configuring prints, as well as graphic design work.
I'm passionate about entrepreneurship because I want to solve problems affecting our environment.
Hi there, we are Reboot Reforestation with the University of Alabama. I'm Dalton Morris, I'm the CEO. This is Brian Jennis, he's our CTO. Michael Malone is our CFO, and Hunter Cheka is our COO. I want you to imagine you own 10,000 acres scattered across hundreds of properties in North Alabama. You have just logged this land, and now you want to replant for the next generation. But you know it's expensive, it's labor intensive, and it's very time consuming. You don't want to plant 100,000 trees by yourself. So who do you call? You call us, Reboot Reforestation. We use drones to plant trees. We have a unique method of using drones to plant trees, and that's with seed balls. Seed balls are our unique way of delivering seeds to the environment. These seed balls protect from predators, they lock in moisture, they provide nutrients, and also a favorable microclimate for germination. We have partnered with the National Oceanic and Applications Research Center down in Biloxi, Mississippi to utilize their heavy lift drone. They have some of the best drone technology in the nation. They can carry 20 pounds for an hour. That's 3 times as long as our competition. Attached to their heavy lift drone is our seed scattering device. This is our IP and our unique way of delivering seeds to the environment. So imagine we put 500 to 1,000 seed balls in a container, attach that to a drone, and then we highlight the coordinates, type in we want to plant 6 feet apart, 9 feet apart, and then we send it out. It's all automated. We have tested our seed ball reforestation at several test sites in Alabama and Florida. Our most prominent is Coldwater Gardens, where we reforested longleaf pine. Our germination rate was 50%. For some comparison, our competitors, one of them is at 10% and another one is at 40%. So we're still above our competition. Our indirect competitors include traditional tree planting by hand or with large machines. However, these large machines, they damage the soil by compacting it. With drones, we don't even touch the soil, so we don't have that compaction. We have a 50% germination rate, as I said, and we have several test sites coming up this fall. We have secured 2 wineries in Napa Valley to test for cover crops and for pollinators. We have been working with the U.S. Forest Service to do several test sites in Florida on longleaf pine, and we also have 2 test sites out in Mississippi. Our gross margin is about 60%, and we are looking for a $200,000 investment in exchange for 10% of our company today. Thank you so much. Come join us today.
So the drones you're using are, you said you could lift how much now?
20 pounds for an hour.
Wow.
We haven't found a single drone company in the southeast or near us that would actually directly be able to compete with us. Our main competitors would be, once again, those traditional tree plantings, either by hand or with large machines.
I guess the thing that makes you guys unique are the seed balls, I assume?
Yes,
Instead of these other drones, basically, they just spread seeds, whereas you have these seed balls that actually give the nutrients to the seeds.
Yes.
Yes. So does that make it more expensive versus the other companies that just drop the seeds?
So our other company, Drone Seed, they actually do use a similar method to us. They use these large pucks, which are much bigger than ours, and they also use more seeds than us. So we are at a lower cost as well.
So what's your limitations, or is there any?
So we do need some way to manage the vegetation on the ground, otherwise we won't have that high of germination. So that could either be a controlled burn or with big drum choppers, or we could plant directly after logging since the ground is bare.
So like you said, the seed ball is basically the key to your success then,
Exactly.
Right? The delivering is not the, I guess, is not the big gating thing, but the seed ball is the key then, correct?
Yes, and we also have some off-target benefits of using drone technology. One is we're able to go places people and machines aren't. So imagine planting on the side of a mountain or across a river or in the middle of a marsh. We're able to get to these areas that are inaccessible.
So what, is it a per acre cost, or
Yes,
is it?
about $100 per acre. And then for some comparison, for a traditional tree planter, they would charge anywhere from $150 to $250 per acre.
So if they go and put seedlings in, but you still right at the same amount of money that seedling cost would be, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And we are working on getting our germination rate up to about 70%, which is comparable to traditional bare root planting.
Yeah, because that's where you'll be able to save more on your cost, is being able to have more germination going forward.
Definitely.
And make it more lucrative that way then.
Definitely.
So do you have any, I guess the seedlings wouldn't be considered IP, but do you have a mechanism to protect this seed ball technology that you have?
Yes. Well, we are primarily going towards the trade secrets route right now. Our formula for the seed ball is confidential, and we have been tweaking that and adjusting it specifically for the seeds we work with. We have also increased our production of seed balls. We have gotten our own seed ball making machine and our own assembly line where we can make 10,000 seed balls per hour and millions per year. So we aren't limited by the amount of seed balls we can actually produce. We are limited by the amount of land we have to plant on.
Do you ever look at maybe going forward just selling a machine to a farmer to make his own seeds?
Yes, we have thought about licensing that. If we were to go to the licensing route, we would want to patent this process, because if we were to just give away our IP and machines without any way to protect it, it wouldn't be too beneficial.
So you haven't pursued patent yet?
No, mainly due to the cost associated with it.
The cost with
patenting.
Okay.
Yes.
And you did mention there is someone out there now that has similar technology?
Yes, Drone Seed. They are our biggest competitor by far in the U.S., and they also use drones to plant trees.
Is any patent infringement?
No, they actually haven't applied to any patents as well. They're going the same route as us. Both of our companies, our goal is to out-innovate the other.
Well, I believe I'd be looking at a patent if I was you, so this going forward, so beat them out of the box. So.
All right, well, good luck to you in your business. And
Sounds good.
It's a
Sounds
great
very
idea.
good. Sounds very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was a great presentation, by the way. This is amazing. These are what you're talking about, right? So, how did this even begin?
Yeah, we began 2 years ago. We were all met in college. We were friends sitting around on the couch, and we were angry about the state of the world. We wanted to figure out a way to have the biggest impact as we could. And we knew drones could cover a vast distance, and trees are one of the most efficient ways of restoring the environment. So we married the two, trees with drone planting.
I love it, because now all you see is just pine trees going up everywhere. So I love that you guys have, invested in this. So how's the patent looking? Is that looking more prominent for you guys?
Getting there, definitely.
Yeah. Well, is there anybody that you want to thank for this?
Yes, we've got lots of people we'd like to thank. Teresa Wellborn at The Edge, Gina Simpson at The Edge, Joshua Jones from the Alabama Capital Network, as well to all of our family, our supporters, and our investors.
Okay. Well, good luck to you guys.
Alabama Upstarts, providing a runway and launch pad for Alabama's entrepreneurs. Today's $1,000 winner compliments of Mercedes-Benz of Dothan and Mike Schmitz. You could be the next winner with your business idea. Apply at alabama-upstarts.com.